Hi KP Film Recapped here. Today we are explaining the film Spider-Man No Way Home. So, if you're watching this video, please like, subscribe and comment, and take care. It is exposed that everyone knows about Spider-Man. Everyone was examined. Spider-Man accountable for all the deaths. Many days passed and the police force arrive in his home. Everyone was seeing Peter as a wrongdoer. He was not getting any job or admission to any of the colleges. He was worried that his best friend were also facing all this. They will also not getting admission to any of the colleges. This was the reason Peter chased Dr. Strange while thinking about all this. He informed him, because of me my friend are facing troubles. Everybody knows about my identification. That I am Spider-Man. My family is also in problem. Can you wipe out the memory of the people in the world considering me Spider-Man? Another man enter and tell him that he is the chief of this place, not Dr. Strange. Because of Outlay's 5-year in another universe. He tries to stop Dr. Strange. He says do not help him. But Drive Strange knows that on Spider-Man help man in saving the whole world. That's why Dr. Strange gets ready to support Spider-Man. He takes him to the basement. And he does a magic there. Dr. Strange spell to wipe out Spider-Man from the people's memory. Peter stop Doctor, he says if you will wipe out the memory of the whole universe, there are some people I don't want them to forget me. My friends and MJ are included in them. I don't want that he will forget me. But Drive Strange conscientious to his magic. He cut out MJ's name from the names. Peter instantly stops Dr. Strange in between the magic. He says my aunt is also most important. Leave her also. When Dr. Strange cut out his aunt from the magic, meanwhile, Peter remembers someone in additional. In this confusion, Dr. Strange also gets confused. The magic went wrong. A piece was made in form of the magic. I want to end Spider-Man. It comes to Peter, he doesn't know anything about this. He just wanted to get his and his friend admission to college. He goes to the college head first. He discovers that she is going out of the city. He reaches towards her car. Stops her car in the traffic and asks for help. He requests please don't punish my friend because of me. Dr. Otto Octavius arrives. He has knife-like sharp hands. Unexpectedly, he attacks Spider-Man. There was a heavy fight between them. The Spider-Man could not able to understand why the doctor is attacking them. When a Spider-Man wear the technology suit for his safety, some bit of his suit remains on the doctor's hand. This wasn't plenty. Meanwhile, the Green Cobbler arrives. Dr. Strange arrives and took Otto Octavius in a cage through his magic. Spider-Man was also in front of them. They ask him who are they and why they come here and attack? Dr. Strange tells Spider-Man the magic you make me do. You make me confused to the magic. The magic went terror. Dr. Strange makes his understand and ask, do you know the concept of the multiverse? He was talking about other dimensionality. Dr. Strange asked him whom you have been seen there? Peter answered there was another man wearing a green suit. Dr. Strange tell him he was dead many years ago. How he was reach here. He gives his appliance to a Spider-Man, where he has done magic in it, and says to Spider-Man you have to bring your villains here. Later, I will send them back to their universe. Peter needs help in all this task. He brings Ned and MJ with them, so they can able to help them. They sit at the place that was a room on lower floor of building called the Magic Place. They start doing their task. It means to search for the villains coming from the multiverse. The people examined Spider-Man wrong, had poured a liquid of green color on his clothes. Spider-Man's cloth wear become dirty. He wears the suit while turning it and moves on to his job. Spider-Man new suit shown here. It was a black in color and was looking cool. They reach where their enemies were. Spider-Man's friends tells there was a great hustle a few times ago. Meanwhile, Electro arrives. He attacks Spider-Man. Sandman enter for his help. The Sandman asks Peter why are you fighting with them? How? First, we have to control Electro. The Sandman controls Electro firstly. He control Electro and closed him into Dr. Strange's jail with Spider-Man. Dr. Strange was also there. He brings the lizard while imprisoning it. The Green Cobbler was anxious because of his double personality. He breaks the mask for moving his devil personality from him. Now there is Peter Parker's house. There is his aunt. Meanwhile, Peter enter and tell them we will send you back to your world. They reach the miraculous place of Doctor Strange while taking them. Here, the villains face each other. Otto Octavius questions from them. That you have dead many years ago, then how do you remain alive? They say yes, we have heard about you while talking. They acknowledged they come into this world when they were dying. It means they can lose their lives while going back to their universe. Now, these villains don't want to go back to their universe and die. Peter Parker's aunt also makes him understand that the huge powers come from the huge accountability. He doesn't send them back in their world while saying the spell of Doctor Strange. This is the reason for the fight between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Spider-Man was not less that understands this is a geometrical maths. I can defeat Doctor Strange if I will use it correctly. That's why he moves from there while taking Doctor Strange crate from him. He leaves him in his world. Doctor Strange want to get his magical case from Spider-Man. After returning, Spider-Man discovers Happy has a machine from which we can create anything. Means we can make any tools. He reaches Happy's home while talking all the villains. He tries to rebuild the tools while making them. Otto Octavius come at number 1. There was chip behind his head. Spider-Man improve it. With its help, he can control his power. After him, Spider-Man improve Electro. He sets device on him so the device will observe all the Electro power in him. Like this, Electro will again turn into a human. Meanwhile, the Green Mark's villain second personality removes everything. He suddenly starts fighting with all of them. All villains support him in this fight. They say we have many power. None can control us. They join together. Start harming Spider-Man. There is heavy fight between them. All villains are included in it. One of the villains does blast there. Peter's aunt also dies in it. The situation was out of control here. All villains have escaped and Spider-Man was alone. His friends think if he is alone we should help him. Spider-Man's friends get the magical ring of Doctor Strange. He does magic with the other hand, not by the magical hand. Meanwhile, portal opens and the second Spider-Man of this story enter. MJ says this is not our Spider-Man. You have called the wrong Spider-Man. When he again makes his ring around, Peter means Spider-Man arrive. Both Spider-Men talk to each other. They ask each other who are you and how did you come here? They understand the multiverse concept. They discovered the villains had come into this universe together. They also detect there is a third Spider-Man in the universe. On him, all the villains have attacked. We have to help him while going there. From here, there is the third Spider-Man. The third Spider-Man say if we have to defeat them we have to consume their power in a device, then we will send them back to their world. No matter they will remain alive or die. This is their task. Now the real Happy's house. They find a machine that makes tools. They make the power consumable device with it for their villains. The scene starts where the 3 Spider-Man fight with their villains. They were having a heavy fight with their villains. After defeating all the villains now it was the turn of Green Cobbler. He was showing his normal personality to everyone. The Spider-Man whose end was ended by him beat him a lot. Meanwhile, the other Spider-Man comes and saved him. And he says he has a right to live our lives but the villains act wisely here he stabs a knife at the other Spider-Man. The third Spider-Man comes and put a power consumable device in the human personality of these villains. Then all the villains become human. When everyone turned into humans Doctor Strange enters. You knew he was hanged me for 12 hours in his universe. Ned says Spider-Man is making everything fine. Please don't go there. When he will make everything fine you can wipe out everything in your turn. Here, they 3 become successful in their task. They change all the villains into humans. Now Doctor Strange removes everything from his magic. He ends villain back to their universe. Peter says to Doctor Strange you can remove my memories from everyone's mind if you want. Doctor Strange says if we will do this your memories will erase in your nearby people. None will recognize him. Peter says to Doctor Strange if doing this can save the universe you have to do for this. After this, Doctor Strange wipe out the memories that Peter is Spider-Man. At the end of the movie, Peter's friends are shown Ned and MJ who knew Peter. Now they don't know him. His memories are also wiped out from their minds about the good things was that they got admission to the college. Peter goes to his aunt's grave. Happy meets Peter and asks him, "What are you doing here?" Peter tell him the reason was Spider-Man. He says yes, Spider-Man was the reason. The first post-credit scene of this story is shown related to this man. He was talking to the tender while sitting in a bar. Then he disappears from there with Doctor Strange's magic. Here the movie ends. If you enjoyed this video then please like, subscribe and comment how was tea. Bye, take care yourself from coronavirus, meet you soon in next video.